So to burn the 10,000 calories, I did 135 clean and jerks, 300 burpees, 400 calories on the assault bike, 100 bar muscle ups, 150 flights of stairs, 5.5 miles running, 2 miles dragging a sled, worked up to a heavy deadlift at 575 pounds, 100 push-ups, 100 calorie row, 140 ball slams, 45 clusters, 30 minutes of aggressive elliptical, a boxing class for an hour, and walk with Bay and dog for 45 minutes. That accumulated 10,500 calories, and it took me 11 and a half hours of working out.
I'm tired. My joints hurt.
Caleb, what are you gonna go do?
Run home.
You like running?
No.
Why don't you have your shoes on?
My feet hurt. Tried my darndest to burn those 8,000.
Saturday, what did you do? How'd you feel?
Saturday, I woke up and I actually felt okay. I felt full, but not painfully full or gross or anything. I went to go burn 8,000 calories, starting off with a boxing class, and on the way there, all of a sudden I felt hungry. My stomach was actually hungry, and I ignored it because I told myself, come on now, you just ate 8,000 calories, you're not actually hungry. And so I ignored it and it went away and I worked out, totally fine, nothing really changed. I didn't really feel sluggish or anything like that at first. It was fine. And I tried my darndest to burn those 8,000.
All right, 6 a.m. the next morning and I feel puffy. Feel bloated, feel swollen. Not in positive ways. So 10K burning is about to happen. Here we go. Waiting for you. You were always taking time, baby. Playing it through. I was calling out your name. Put my eyes on the wall. You were running like a ghost from me.
Do you feel like anything is appetizing today?
No.
Like you don't want to cheat?
Water. I want water, that's it.
You just want protein, maybe?
A little bit of protein.
And then water.
And water, yeah.
How do you feel like you're gonna do today when you have to eat and work out? Like, you see that being an issue?
Kind of.
Because you kind of have to work out all day.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be something fast and easy. Like, not gonna be making anything. It's gonna have to be liquids and protein bars. Keep on moving.
So the ironic thing with this whole challenge is, in theory, if you burn 10,000, you ate 10,000, you'd net 0. Well, that doesn't actually work that way, because the day that you have to burn 10,000, you have to eat more than you normally eat, because otherwise you just can't survive. Plus, it's not safe trying to put that much stress on the body. So in the end, you're still gonna net a calorie surplus. But I did, going into it, the first 6-7 hours of working out, I actually felt very fueled. I felt recovered. I felt like I had adequate nutrients in my body. So one of the lessons there is, if you are gonna take on a really big endeavor, whether it's a 14er, a 3-day hike, it is important to make sure you're fueled leading up to it. But by the time I got about 8 or 9 hours in, it was a grind.
So, measuring all my food.
Yeah, I'm starting my own as well. After eating 10,000, I'm starting every diet possible tomorrow.
You're gonna start every diet possible tomorrow?
I just literally was so like, I felt like a little girl. I was like, oh, I feel fat. Oh, I don't like the way I look. Oh, like, I was like, I've never been this so like moody about especially about my body. I'm like, but you're just sitting there, you don't feel well, you're all bloated, like, but what everyone needs to know is that happens, like, no one goes and eats 10,000 calories, but people do go and eat 3,000 calories in a meal, and then they feel that way to a certain level, and then that still triggers all the same behavior that I'm going through now. And that's basically the point of this challenge, is to show we're making an extreme version of what happens on a minor level every day or every time you make poor choices. Seems like a good idea, and then you get moody about your body.
Caleb, how many calories have you burned?
About 2,000.
How do you feel?
Fine now. I mean, ask me in a couple hours.
How did you feel before you went to bed last night?
Dude, I felt horrible. This morning I just felt like a snowman. I was like, ugh.
Do you feel like your mood's changed?
Yeah, I'm moody, you're bloated, you're tired, like, it's not.
You normally don't burn like 2,000 calories in just one day, normally, right? For a workout.
I'm burning maybe a little more.
And it's like 9 a.m. and you're already 2,000 in.
Well, I put it on at midnight.
You put your heart rate monitor on at midnight?
Yeah.
Oh.
I woke
so
up
how many
and put it on.
Calories did you think you burned?
At the workout?
In the workout
about
this morning.
1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
All right. Just keep going.
This time will be mine. Guiding through the moments I feel on my way. Feeling the good vibrations, I choose them to stay. Listening more to all that you say. Touched by the light of beauty, all time now is play. Coming this far, so far, I don't expect you to know. A journey through the desert, I came here to grow.
Coach, she can do it. I'm confident.
Another, the riches will see. Guiding through the moments I feel on my way. Feeling the good vibrations, I choose them to stay. Listening more to all that you say. Touched by the light of beauty, all time now is play.
Burpees, and after about 3 hours of working out, I hadn't cracked 700 calories burned yet.
700 calories? And you ate 8,000 the day before?
And I ate 8,000 the day before. So when I saw that, I got nervous first, because I was like, oh God, I'm not on track. You know, I'm not sure this is gonna happen. And then I made the mistake, like a lot of people make, of comparing themselves to someone else. And once Caleb walked in the door and I saw how many he had burned, my mental state completely deteriorated, just absolutely demolished. I felt absolute defeat and failure, failure that I wasn't even on track. You know, if I had been on track for even my goal, not necessarily even his, I think I would have felt better, but I compared myself in the fact that he was well on pace to his goal, and I knew that I was not, and I felt hopeless, completely hopeless. Because it's really easy for me to go and look at Caleb, who's burning he's at 3,500 calories right now that he's burned, and I haven't even burned 700, and so then I'm playing the comparison game. And in general, guys carry a higher heart rate, higher resting heart rate, so it's easier for them, in general, to burn more calories. It's harder for women to get their heart rate up and keep it there. You know, without talking about resting heart or fitness levels and, you know, being more efficient and recovering better, guys generally carry a higher heart rate, so it's easier for him to burn those calories right now than it is for me.
So what are you thinking about this challenge now?
I'm thinking I want to quit.
Do you think you're going to?
I'm gonna keep trying. The goal might change. The goal might just be to try to hit 4,000 or something.
Just
but
half of it.
Yeah, I mean 8,000 is unrealistic.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how easy was it to hit 8,000 calories, to eat it?
10 being super easy?
10 being
or
like
10 being super hard?
Super hard.
Okay.
1 being the easiest.
Oh, I'd say probably about a 4.
Okay, and now how hard is it to burn?
This is like a 12 out of 10 right now.
You can't.
Even mentally, yeah. It is super hard. Like my brain is still fuzzy. I can't count past 10. I feel very defeated and very negative about myself right now. Like, oh, why do you even choose to do this? Because you're not even going to get halfway. You know, so all those voices have already come in my head. I've already said tons of things to myself that are not positive. But I'm going to keep trying. That was not encouraging or helpful at all for him to say. I kind of want to hit him in the face right now.
Why?
Because I'd rather cry than figure out how many calories. I don't think, like, he doesn't understand how close I am to crying right now.
I do.
Me? Doesn't even matter. No, not listening to me.
Are you super depressed?
I'm super pissed.
Are you really?
I'm
like,
trying really hard not to be
cry?
super pissed and not to cry right now.
Set a new goal. Make it like pretty hard, because I think you mentally got, unless you feel like you really just want to give up. But set a new goal that's challenging but very doable. You don't necessarily have to be working out till 10 p.m. tonight, but maybe it's 2,500 calories or 2,000 calories, and then work hard and burn that, and feel good about burning that. Just like set yourself up to win, because especially if you're feeling really defeated.
I feel completely defeated.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I'm just a couple hours behind you.
You can at least burn like what is it? 2/5 of what you have to burn? 8,000 calories.
So you feel like you're underfueled?
Caleb says I'm underfed.
Why? You ate 8,000 calories.
Because it hasn't hit yet. I'm not using it yet. That's why I said you guys should.
Why do you think that's an issue?
Well, it's not an issue for me.
Well, no.
Oh.
Why is it an issue for Whitney?
Because she has to burn 10,000 calories today.
No, but why do you feel like she's not utilizing the food she ate yesterday?
Oh, because I don't know, some scientific reason or something like
So
that.
science.
Yeah.
Science.
Takes at least 24 hours to process your food.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Like, my triceps are going out. But I just want to be careful because too much volume. Look at these ciggies.
Fresh.
Fresh.
You want it?
Not really.
10,000 cigarette challenge.
I took a break. I stopped working out for a little while. Caleb told me that I needed to eat some carbs, which seems completely counterintuitive because I reminded him that I ate 8,000 calories the day before, and it's not like I was underfed. I wasn't hungry. I didn't want to eat anything. But he reminded me that I was still burning fuel, and I needed more fuel to be able to do what I was asking my body to do. So I tried to get down some carbs and a little bit of protein, and I tried doing a little bit different style of workouts. So we ended up pulling some sleds, which mentally helped me a little bit. It kind of boosted me, especially doing it with everybody else. It was fun to know that 4 of us were out there pulling sleds together, and so that was, I felt motivated and encouraged by that for a little while.
692 MEPs. What a gross thing.
Almost halfway. You know what the funny part is? You'd think yesterday it was like a more fun day, and it was not. It was fun like for 5 minutes, and it was actually horrible, miserable. And actually today, now granted I'm only halfway done, but I like exercise. My body feels good usually, so I feel my joints are inflamed, and I can tell. So that part makes exercise not feel as good, but I had to change my shoes because my other shoes are tighter and my left foot is swollen, and it was literally like digging in, and it never does that.
Really?
Yeah, my feet are swollen.
Fat feet.
Fat feet.
How much weight did you gain yesterday?
7 pounds. Yeah, 7.
Wow.
So.
What did you weigh in today?
Yeah, I always lose about 2 pounds at night.
You always lose 2 pounds a night?
Yeah, it's just water. No, it's fat sizzling.
Just sizzling off my
Sign up
body.
for my 8-week program and
Sleeping.
you lose 2 pounds every night.
Sleep fit.
Something that Dr. Holly, shout out to Dr. Holly, told me the other day was if you lose 2 pounds overnight, or like in a very, very short period of time like that, it's almost, or 2 pounds or more, it's almost always water. And so what happens is people see that, whether it's good or bad, gain or lost 2 pounds, and then they repeat behavior. So let's say they lost 2 pounds doing exercise or eating a certain way. They're like, oh, this works, then I should keep doing that. When really it's just basically not physically possible for your body to lose 2 pounds in one day.
Yeah.
In fat.
Yeah,
lose water. Even today, maybe I could lose 2 pounds if I didn't eat a certain number of calories. But you got to remember, 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So let's say yesterday, for example, let's say my body burned my TDE. How many calories I burned was 3,000 calories. So I ate 7,000 excess. So at the absolute maximum, I could have only gained 2 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
The rest is water retention, sodium, all that kind of stuff. I could not, even though I gained 7 pounds, I could not have gained 7 pounds of fat. It's physically impossible.
Good to know.
So.
What are you doing?
Trying to get the number on the TV to 1,000 calories, even though I'm past that. I feel like it's a benchmark. But then I could leave and try something else.
So what are you working out on right now? What are you doing?
Salt bike, up, down.
Feeling good?
No, my body hurts really bad.
How's your mental state?
It was alright, but it's waning. Yeah.
Did you exercise today?
I didn't reset.
From when, it'll come back. From when I put my heart rate monitor on at 5:11 this morning. What time is it now? Almost 2. That's how many hours? 7, 8, 9? 9 hours.
How many calories?
1,300.
And Caleb is at 6,000.
Since wearing his heart rate monitor at midnight, yep. So in 9 hours, I got 1,300.
A little bit different.
It's very different.
Good job. Go home and rest.
Yeah. A little tired, a little more defeated, but I think I'm good with stopping where I'm stopping. I think it's right for me.
What are your thoughts like right now about this entire process?
I appreciate being able to work out and having the attitude that I have towards food, about, you know, controlling my portions and what kind of food I eat, because I know that it affects how I can then go and work out well, and then maintain the aesthetic goals and performance goals that I want. Trying to go to this extreme of a challenge of 8,000 calories is, it's unrealistic for me, for sure. I just don't burn calories that fast. I don't get into high, like, heart zone stuff that fast, and I recover super fast. So for me to burn this many calories is proving to be next to impossible. I will not say it's impossible, but it's something that I thought I could do in a fantasy land, but it's proven to be much harder than that.
I'm gonna get rhabdo.
I was wondering that.
No, well, that's why I was doing the math here.
I don't think math protects you from rhabdo.
Well, it's repetitive of the same muscle. 270 burpees, 100 push-ups, almost 100 bar muscle-ups.
You.
Cluster and bar muscle up Fran.
How long did it take you to do that?
I mean, it was blistering out. You're gonna have to slow the camera down.
You were going quick, right?
Yeah, I was averaging a rep a minute.
So when did we end? Fran.
24 minutes. I was probably 10 times slower.
What was your best Fran time you've ever done?
I don't know, I think 2:20 or something. I was never good at Fran.
Caleb, are you losing it?
Maybe.
Getting a little slap happy?
You know, your body starts burning fat. You got a lot of fat in your brain. You know, I'm kind of a psycho when it comes to working out. I love taking my body past what I think I'm capable of doing. I like the challenge of that. So even when we were coming up with this challenge, I was kind of excited about it just because it was a challenge. And one of the things that I really got to when I was 3,000 calories short, I've been working out for 8 or 9 hours at this point. I'm exhausted, I'm dehydrated, it's 4 or 5 at night. I was by myself at that point. My girlfriend was kind of like, we need to go to dinner and you need to be done soon, so you hurry up. And so I'm literally by myself. And it was a cool lesson because it really came down to like grit. And it wasn't about the challenge at that point anymore. It wasn't about trying to prove a message or prove a point. It was literally just you in your head saying, can I do this? And can you push through this very uncomfortable position?
Deadlift the number of calories I burn.
Do you think I'm crazy? I've done all this before. I'm waiting for the right time to think this even more. Losing is for losers, and that is not an option here. This is what I'm made of, and you will never ever fear. When there's no sitting on the
took to like a heavy deadlift for the day,
Yeah.
just to show like, you know, you can burn calories, not just doing running and rowing and burpees and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
What'd you get?
575. So that's like 90%, something like that. 90% of my max. So it's
So even
good. I'm
after
okay with
6
that.
hours of working out, 6,000 calories later, you can still do strength.
Yeah, that's what's the cool part. I mean, I think that's the definition of being like a functional athlete. Like
Doing something under a lot of fatigue.
Yeah, like because you're gonna like hike and then still have to step up a huge ledge and have strong legs, like, but be 10 miles in. So there's no point in being able to do that fresh, but then not be able to do it fatigued, or not be able to do it at least like 80% of the way.
Yeah.
So
Caleb, what are you gonna go do?
run home,
How far?
3.8 miles.
Do you like running?
No,
Do you like running or hiking more?
neither.
Okay.
Later.
Bye, Caleb. Good job today.
I think a lot of times people don't give their mental and emotional state enough credit for the toll it takes on their physical body. Stressors and anything like that, it takes a physical toll. And I'd say that my mental and emotional state changed so dramatically that it had a negative effect on how I was even trying to function to burn calories.
You think the food contributed to that?
The food definitely contributed to that because I did eat stuff that I don't normally eat. I ate a lot more carbs, a lot more sugar, a lot more fat, a lot more dairy, a lot more processed foods, not as many whole foods. And so not even just feeling stupid, and feeling like your brain wasn't firing and functioning, the feeling of just being depressed and defeated in anything, in any aspect that you can look at, was much stronger. And it was definitely harder to fight off.
How long did it take you to recover from all this?
I'm not recovered.
You're still waiting?
It's Wednesday, so we're 4 days out, and
Do you feel like it's still affecting you?
Yeah, I mean, the soreness is starting to go away, but you're fatigued, and I think I'm going to be tired for a couple weeks. The thing to remember is food is not a bad thing. If we're talking about someone that needs to perform, they need to use your body. Fuel is how you get that to happen. So it's really easy to villainize food, but it's actually a good thing. We just had to use it at the right times.
It's not for the faint of hearted. It takes a lot of willpower and a lot of drive. And so if you want to attempt it, I'd say go for it, but I would plan it out for sure, because it's not going to happen just by flying by the seat of your pants. So after doing the 10K challenge, it was a great experience, and it very much showed kind of exactly what we thought. It was definitely harder than I anticipated, but it taught me that
mentally, it's even the pain that I was going through trying to grind through working out and through that exercise, it makes more sense to, instead of go through all that pain, to spend more energy trying to figure out how to make a better choice and not eat a full pint of ice cream and only eat one serving. And so it just solidified the point to me of, let's use that energy to create a better strategy so that we don't make poor food choices versus just accepting bad food choices and then just trying to make sure we get to the gym because we know we need to.